In any sport, the playoffs are where the fiercest rivalries are forged. And with the Toronto Blue Jays making the postseason in 2015 for the first time in 2 decades, they were lucky, or unlucky, depending on your view, to procure 2 major adversaries. We all know about the Texas Rangers, but it was the World Series champion Kansas City Royals who got the better of the Jays in the end. The two meet this week for the first time since last year's American League Championship Series. Factor in their prior history. Remember when Edinson Volquez said Josh Donaldson was crying like a baby last August? And it's a fair bet this series will bring playoff-like intensity to Rogers Center. Monday, July 4th, 7:07 p.m. ET. Edinson Volquez vs. Aaron Sanchez. Tuesday, July 5th, 7:07 p.m. ET. Chris Young vs. Dickey. Wednesday, July 6th, 7:07 p.m. ET. Ian Kennedy vs. Marcus Stroman. Wounded champs. Toronto will see a different Kansas City lineup than the one it faced in October. Blue Jays killer Ben Zobrist departed as a free agent to join the Chicago Cubs. Heart and soul leader Mike Moustakas is out for the year with a torn ACL, and all-star center fielder Lorenzo Cain was just placed on the 15-day disabled list with a hamstring strain. Alex Gordon missed a chunk of time this season with a broken bone in his right wrist and looks like he may be suffering lingering effects. The veteran is hitting .229, 8 for 35, in 9 games since his return. Despite the injuries, the Royals are very much in contention thanks in large part to the sizzling Kendrys Morales, who's been carrying the offense of late. Over his last 14 games the designated hitter is batting .531 with 7 home runs, 21 RBIs and an unreal 1.650 OPS. Battle of the Brains, Part 2. Tuesday's matchup between Chris Young and Dickey is a rematch of Game 4 of the ALCS, which pitted 2 of the more intellectual pitchers in baseball against each other. The Royals teed off on Dickey in that affair, forcing the knuckleballer out of the game in the second inning en route to a 14-2 win that secured a 3-1 series lead. Young held the Blue Jays offense down over 4.2 frames before giving way to the vaunted Royals bullpen, which is still great, by the way, leading the majors this season with a 2.80 ERA. There's reason to believe things could go better for Toronto this time around, though. Since the start of May, Dickey has posted a solid 3.32 ERA and held opponents to a .238 average. Young, on the other hand, has been wildly inconsistent in 2016, he's sporting an atrocious 6.24 ERA and has surrendered an MLB worst.